Stunning news from the medical world. The paralysis-causing poliovirus is being used to treat brain tumors. A small study in Norway found that a genetically modified version of the poliovirus helped fight cancer cells. The study's results were published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Polio, of course, impacted generations of people until a vaccine was found in the 1950s. We bring in Danielle Smith now from Global News Radio 770 CHQR to continue this fascinating conversation. Danielle, we know we're hearing that this poliovirus could prolong survival for some people.
Well, it's quite amazing, the developments that are happening in cancer research. I've been following this for some time. It's in this area of immunotherapy, because part of the problem with cancer cells is that it's a mutation of your own cells, so your body doesn't recognize it as foreign, and so you don't have an immune response to attack it. That's why our traditional approaches of radiation and chemotherapy and surgery have been what we've been using for decades. But what they've discovered is that if you can take a virus or a bacteria and inject it into the cells at the site of the tumor, your body instantly recognizes it as foreign, and you turn your entire immune system to the aid of defeating the disease. In the case of, it's interesting, they have to keep on trying different types of viruses for different types of tumors. And in this case, they looked at a small sample, 61 people who had been diagnosed with brain tumors, which are very, very hard to treat with drug therapy. Injected this genetically modified polio virus, and they found pretty remarkable results at the end. Normally, after 3 years, 4% survivability rate. Is a really terrible aggressive cancer. Those who were treated with this immunotherapy option had a 21% survivability rate. And so they're looking at now doing a second stage of this to see whether or not they're going to be able to get better results with a larger sample size.
And Danielle, I know we hear from time to time about these remarkable breakthroughs. Is it going to be a while before something like this can actually be applied in the real world?
Well, it's funny because they've got, I think we have to follow what is happening in the United States, because the U.S. seems to be at the forefront of approving these kinds of technologies. So they have approved an immunotherapy option to treat childhood leukemia. They do have one approved to treat stomach cancer. They're also doing a test to be able to try to get approval for breast cancer, for melanoma. I think that 10 years from now, this is really going to be the standard go-to. And it may be that some of those other options are an add-on in addition to, in the case that this doesn't work. But I think that this is probably some of the most exciting areas of research to watch in the medical field.
Yeah, amazing and hopeful news. Thanks so much, Danielle.
My pleasure.